Just like Joe Biden, Donald Trump is stupid as fuck. Literally stupid as fuck. So he goes on the second time now and disses Nayib Bukele, the president of El Salvador, that he's sending his prisoners, his prisoners and his dangerous, criminals to the U.S. Unbelievable how stupid. So Trump gets nearly assassinated, has the whole nation behind him, and now the second time he starts to speak against Nayib Bukele. The problem here is twofold. First of all Bitcoiners are behind Nayib Bukele, which make up millions of people already. And the second, even worse, is that Latinos, which make up 30% of US, they all love Bukele. So not only he's losing the votes, but Trump is also lying about it, because actually the criminals are fleeing El Salvador because he's putting them into jail. And if you've watched a little bit of Bukele, what happened is he was doing that plan where he was expanding the police force and the military force, and they were going more and more into the countryside, to the point where it was called I think it was called Plan Control, what was it called, Territorial, Plan Control Territorial, or something like this, where they would control all of the territory of El Salvador, right? And so of course, if you're a criminal there, and it's all jungle around there, you're going to flee as fast as possible from this country, because you know what's up. And where can you go? Of course, you go to Mexico. Of course, you go, to other countries, and definitely to the U.S. if the border is open, because you have your friends there who already are El Salvadorian. Because I think there's 3 million people living from El Salvador in the US. So this was like probably the stupidest thing that I've ever seen any politician do to completely fuck up, 10-20% of their voting power. It's absolutely insane what he's doing. I cannot. Nobody understands it. It doesn't make sense from many angles. And plus, it's not Bukele's fault. It's the U.S. fault for having a bad immigration. It's basically, what it reminds me of? It's like these kind of like the far right kind of assholes that start to complain, the illegal immigrants are taking our jobs, that kind of thing. It's completely stupid. And I was a Trump supporter. I have a feeling he's going to change his stance on Bitcoin. So he's just like, he changes his viewpoint depending on where the wind goes. So I'm not a big supporter anymore, because I'm a huge Bukele supporter. But I'm not American, so I cannot vote in the US, and I hardly vote anywhere. And my plan is to go to Central America and Asia in the next year. So I'm leaving Europe, basically. Might be my last year in Europe. And because that's where I see the future, and it's clearly visible. And then also, I don't see it in Europe, definitely not. I mean, everybody knows what's going on in Europe, right? And the cities are more and more unsafe. I don't even go into the cities anymore. Even if you drive through a southern France city, a larger one, you see it's like the people on the street. There's something weird about it. If you're on the countryside, you don't. But that could be any country, you don't really see that, because the low income people, they hang around on the periphery of the cities, so they can commute to their jobs in the cities, or to the plants that work around the cities. So Trump completely fucked this up, and some people say it's jealousy. I think it's something else. I believe that he's been warned by the CIA. We are going to try to kill you again, or the military industrial complex. We are going to kill you again if you, or try it again, if you don't change your stance on certain things. And one of them is we want to crush basically any kind of uprising, a fast growing nation like El Salvador that is giving a signal to other countries that they can follow the lead of El Salvador. And or the second possibility, which is highly likely, just Trump is extremely stupid. Just like Joe Biden, just like all of them, and they all have a certain age already. I mean, it's very rare. I have a 135 IQ, and it's 1 in 100, and not, and that isn't even a guarantee for making good right decisions. But I think these people, they're like insanely stupid. I mean, they could be at 110 or 80 or I don't know, or even 150, but be insanely stupid in their decision making. I don't know. It's like literally you cannot explain it. Maybe he got too many COVID shots. I don't know. But honestly, to me, Trump is a joke right now. If he sticks with an all-out plan to have Bitcoin, we'll see what happens on the July 27th, which is the Nashville Bitcoin conference, and he'll be attending there. I think he'll get booed out. Max Kaiser is already running completely against Bitcoin because Max Kaiser is like the biggest Bitcoin maxi in the world, and he loves it. He basically was he was instrumental in getting volcano bonds and talking to Bukele and all of this stuff. And even Trump's son the eldest son was visiting El Salvador, and we had some, it's super weird. Like, I think something happened with Trump's brain. It's weird.